Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah.
I'm very excited about my latest adventure. I just got back from Fiji, and I'm standing right here in my office to tell you all about it, because when you're in Fiji, you're in Fiji, and the camera and the stuff kind of went by the wayside. But let me tell you what happened, and I'll show you what happened in the video. Okay, so we started over here in Seattle, as you see on the map, and we clear down over here to Fiji, in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, about 2/3 of the way down to Australia. It was incredible. We flew from SeaTac down to LAX, stayed there for about 3 hours, left about 10:30 at night. So we landed there in Nandi, had a great flight. It was about 10.5 hours on the flight. Air Pacific was fantastic. They fed us as soon as we got on board, put me in the resting position, and I slept the whole flight. So I really can't tell you much about it other than it was very comfortable. And so when I got there, everything was great. We got there at 7 in the morning and actually felt pretty good. And we had the rest of the day to get to our destination. The first place we went was a place called the Sunasali Resort, and that place was fantastic. It's a large place. I don't know exactly how many rooms they have. I'll have to check that online and get back to you, and it'll be in the video, okay? But I know it was a big place, and it was great comfort. And the first day, and I think you'll see from the pictures, we're sitting there in their lobby type area, and we just had smiles on our faces. I mean, it was tropical, it was gorgeous, it was warm, and yeah, just got to do that. It's pretty cool. So then we went to a place called the Fiji Islands Hotel and Tourism Association Expo, and we had a great time. As you'll see from the pictures, as you can see that we had a good time. And especially, I'm here in Fiji, and I'm talking to one of the other media professionals that's here attending the expo, and it's Greg from Scuba Radio. I'd like you to meet Greg and his mermaids. 1, 2, 3. Bula! There we go. Yeah, we're in Fiji at the Fiji Dive Expo, having a great time with Rick and the gang, and we have our mermaids on display, and it's been over 20 minutes. We're having a great time. Everybody should come to this place. This is amazing, spectacular. The next place we went to was a place called the Wananavu Resort, and it's got about I think 31 burras, which is essentially a Fijian cabin, and this is like no cabin you've ever seen. It was very nicely appointed, comfortable surroundings, very, I would say, intimate, where you got to know the staff and the staff got to know us. So it was fantastic from that perspective. Ben Plummer, the manager, was a tremendous host, and he actually knows a bit about wine. So other than his whining during the diving, I'm just kidding, Ben, okay, he was fantastic, the wine was fantastic, we had a great time. Okay, I'm sitting here with Ben Plummer, and he's the manager of the Wananavu Resort here in Raki in Fiji. And we're having a great time. And we're about to go diving with RA divers, or raw divers, right?
Raw divers.
Raw divers. So Ben, tell me a little bit about the resort, and then tell me a little bit about raw divers.
Well, Rick, here we are in another beautiful day in paradise at Wananavu. We've got a 4-star resort here, 34 burras, very small, very intimate, set on a secluded part of Viti Levu, which is the main island of Fiji. It is just a sensational day here again. We're about to get in the water with raw divers. They're our dive providers, got a couple of beautiful boats, some very, very experienced boys, and we're either going to hit Sailstone Reef, check out some soft corals and some sharks, or we're going to go all the way out to the Bly Waters and the Vatui Ra Passage, and there you will get unbelievable diving. These are the spots where only the liveaboards go, and it's going to be absolutely sensational. Rick, you're going to have a great day. And you
Fantastic.
guys, come on over anytime. The sun's out, the beer's cold, and the water's warm.
So here we are, Black Magic Mountain. We're in the Bly Water, just off Vatui Ra Island, and we are going to dive one of the most beautiful sites, not just here but in Fiji. Black Magic Mountain, a beautiful pinnacle going down to about 100 foot, black coral galore. Then we're going to drift over a little bit more and see all the soft coral in the world that Fiji is famous for. We are going to get wet very, very shortly. Guys, you've got to come here and check this out. See you soon. Well, Rick, you are a Blywater virgin no more. Black Magic Mountain is done, and now we're going to Mellow Yellow. The Mellow Yellow. Called the Mellow Yellow for a reason. What we've got is yellow, gold and soft corals the whole way down this great bommy. It's like one massive phallic symbol covered in yellow, gorgeous coral. Mate, we are going to have a blast. See you on the other side. Over and out.
The next place we went to was the Banga Lagoon Resort on Banga Island, and it was fantastic. It's located essentially the shark diving capital of Fiji. They don't always do shark dive; they do all kinds of diving: soft corals, hard corals, sharks. They really have it all, and they have it in an intimate setting, island setting, totally tropical, very Fijian culture-wise. And it was really our first introduction to Fijian culture. It was spectacular. The food was absolutely top-notch, and I can't say enough things about it. And getting ready to dive again off the waters of Bly Channel, and this is about a mile and a half off of Vita Levu Island. So this is at Pinnacle, we're a series of coral heads, and they're surrounding us, and we're going to dive around them. We're supposed to see some lots of soft corals on this dive. And we're going to hopefully see a ghost pipefish. They tell me they're going to show me this, but I don't know. I'm not really sure they know what that looks like. So we'll see. We'll see. Well, okay. They're telling we'll see it. So we'll see you guys in the water. Okay, on the shark dive here, we went with Aqua-Trek. Actually, what was Banga Island took us out with Aqua-Trek, who is really their shark diving experts. And they were fantastic. They did a very professional job. Our crew was pretty big because we had their divers and our divers all into one, and then they took charge of everything. But absolutely top-notch professional operation. I felt safe for being in that environment where you are, and you know, and it was pretty exhilarating. And they try to show you that it can get kind of, I wouldn't say old, but it can get very experienced. They did a fantastic job. Okay, we've just arrived at the island of Kadavu, which is also about 50 miles off the coast. And we're getting ready to go out on a panga boat. I don't know what they call it here. They call them pangas in Mexico. So it's about a 40-minute drive to the resort, and we'll show you that when we get there. See you then. Bye. We've just arrived, and walking ashore, and it looks like a very adventurous place. And so this is Matava Resort. Do it a little bit as we go. Happy to be here. It's fantastic. Love the place. They've got 9 bures. We knew everybody by a first name basis. When we left, it was hugs all around. So if you've ever done this kind of camping slash intimate surroundings with a small group of people, just, you know, you and 10 friends, it was spectacular. Highly recommend it. At night, we sat around by camp light because they don't use power from the generators at night. They turn the generators off after 5 o'clock. It was quiet, spectacular beauty. You must experience it. It was very, very neat.
This is Eagle Rock where we will dive today. We will start on the inside and we'll finish this dive on the outside reef. First, the reef will be on the left, and we'll finish this dive while you notice that the reef on the right, that means we're on the outside reef. You will see some barracudas, lots of fish here on the beginning, and the shark is always on the outer reef, okay? We finish this dive on the outside, which is a lot of nice hard coral, little soft coral in between, but very nice, very nice. Visibility here, not really there for sharks. It's hanging around on the outside reef over here, okay? We might gonna cruise along on the top and let the sharks come close, or maybe they will stay away from us, okay? If they like us, they will come close, alright? Swim away from the reef is very important, and the boat will pick us up, okay? That's good.
So we loved our Fiji trip, whether it was at the 5-star resort or was at the eco-friendly resort from Otava, or somewhere in between, Fiji has something for everybody. And it was that Fijian culture and the Fijian people that touched me the most. I can't say enough for Air Pacific, for helping us arrange those flights for us, to Fiji Tourism to convince me to go, because it's a long journey, and I'm so happy that they convinced me, or to the places that hosted us, because without their help, we couldn't have afforded this. We're still a small magazine group, and we don't have the resources to just blah, and we're going to Fiji, like most people don't. Believe me, find a way, because it's absolutely worth it.